All right, here's a review video on quadratic functions. So I want to graph this, so I'm going to review how we would graph it. We would start with the formula negative b over 2a. And again, press pause if this is going too fast. The number that represents b is the second number. It's 2. And the number that represents a, you can't see it in front, but the number you don't see in front is 1. And then I solve this. So this is negative 2, 2 times 1, and then divide, and it's negative 1. So when I draw my graph, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for negative 1. And again, if you need to press pause and draw your own graph, do that. So to find negative 1, you start in the middle and go 1 to the left. Next, I'm going to take and I'm going to plug negative 1 back into the equation that I was given at the beginning. So wherever there's an x, replace with negative 1. Again, if it's going too fast, press pause. Negative 1 squared, 2 times negative 1, and then put it all together. So this is 1 take away 6, and that's negative 5. So find negative 5 on your red line. So on the red line, count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. Last, we find and go back to what a equals. Remember, a is the number in front, and it's 1, and you always give it the denominator 1, like slope, though it's not quite the same. And we're going to count up 1 and over 1, and we're going to count up 1 and to the left 1. And then with those points, I'm going to draw my curved parabola that kind of looks like a U, not like a V. The domain is all real numbers, and the range goes from the bottom to the top. So the bottom is the y-coordinate. So the y-coordinate of the vertex is negative 5 to infinity. Oh, and I should also write down what the vertex is. That low point was at negative 1, negative 5. So negative 1, negative 5, that's your vertex. And the axis of symmetry is that red line, just x equals what the vertex is. All right, I'm going to do one more example with you. Press pause if you need to. So I want to graph this. So I'm going to start with the formula negative b over 2a. I'm going to plug in 4 and negative and a, so that's negative 2, and then I'm going to solve it. Then I'm going to plug that back in. So y is equal to negative 2, and then I plug 1 back in, and I'm going to solve that. So I found positive 1, replace the x with positive 1, and solve. So 1 squared is 1 times negative 2, 4 times 1, and then solve it. So negative 2 and negative 1, and then negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1. So these two numbers are really important. It's actually 1 and 1. So on your graph, we're going to start with the axis of symmetry at positive 1. And then on that red line, from here, count up 1. So we found the axis of symmetry to be x equals 1, and we found the vertex to be 1, 1. And that's what we did. Next, the a value is negative 2. Put a 1 underneath, and this tells you the direction to go. So we're going to go down 2 and to the right 1, and down 2 and to the left 1. And then we're going to draw our parabola using those points. So use those points to curve down. The domain is always all real numbers, and the range comes from the vertex. Now the bottom of the graph is negative infinity, and it goes up to the y-coordinate of the vertex. So that's positive 1. And there you go. All right, I hope that helped. Mr. G Math over and out. Good luck on your quiz.